Okay, great. Hello. I just recently got super chat and super stickers. I should preface this whole thing by saying that if this super chat only works if we're in a premiere right now. So if you're watching this in the premiere, you can get a super chat. Oh God, I hate that. Maybe I should do it again. I have super chats. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially a sticker or a way to like get your comment highlighted or pinned for a certain period of time, depending on how much money you spend. It does cost money, absolutely not mandatory, only happens during premieres and live streams. So if you're watching this in a premiere right now, you can use a super chat right now, and I'll be watching along with you so you can pin your video or pin your chat so that I can respond to it. If you're watching this and it's just a regular video, you can't use super chat, sorry. Yeah, it's a great way to support this channel if you'd like to. I would really appreciate it. So, episode 6. I don't know what happens in this episode at all. What did I think it was? I have no idea. I don't know what's gonna happen going into this, which is kind of exciting. Let's just jump right in. No more long intros.
Previously on the next step.
Okay, let me try and get it. Previously on the next step. Previously on the next step. Previously on the next step. I feel like our voices are higher pitched this season. Someone actually, I think, mentioned this to me. I think it was Brennan or something, where he saw a comment from a fan from the UK, I'm pretty sure, where this was on CBBC. I think it still is actually. There, for some reason, they pitched our voices slightly higher. I think so we sound younger, or they sped up the footage slightly so that it could fit into a tighter time window. What was I saying? Oh yeah, previously on the next step.
I clearly do not deserve to be in the front row. Michelle does.
Oh gosh, when are they gonna stop playing that scene for the recap?
Me and my sister keep our personal lives separate, and I really don't want this thing that's going on at the studio.
Oh God, the thing I do with my feet. Are you guys seeing it? I'll go back a little. Right there. See it? Look at my feet. Did you see it? Where I go like this with my foot. I still do that actually, to like stretch out your feet. But oh God, it's really unattractive to like look at it.
How'd you guys do?
Oh, well, we came in second.
So good.
That's so interesting that we have like little competitions on the side that we go to, which makes sense because I mean, I don't know that in the competitive world there's not really that many like solo or duet trio competitions.
A trio competition is where you go with a trio. So there's solos, which is one person, duets, which is 2, and trios, which is 3. We went up.
Wait, that's also so different from like real world competition life, which is that like if it's a trio, you're competing in the duet trio category. That's like a pretty universal thing. And like I said, every competition is different and every competition chooses to run differently, but like duets and trios are always lumped together.
Elite Dance Academy is our... Okay, well, they're everyone's main competition. They win a lot.
Elite! That's another interesting thing, is that like Elite was like this rival studio. Is there a rival? Oh no, there was Miss Angeles, right? Wasn't she the rival studio at one point? Like later on? I'm finding a lot of parallels and then also a lot of storylines that never got repeated again. Oh my gosh, a lot of the story is coming back to me now, like what happens in season 1.
I have never seen a team so polished. He's very good.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh my
No way.
Whoa.
So on time.
And that's just a trio.
That line, and that's just a trio, was 80 yard. Which is, for anyone who doesn't know, ADR is like where you have to, they cut the episode and then they realize, we kind of want a filler line in here. So let's bring Riley in, and they bring me into like a sound booth and I record my voice over, like I watch the episode like I'm doing right now, except I'm in a sound booth, and I do that line a bunch of times, and then they sound mix it into the audio to make it sound like I said it on the day. And that's why they're using a shot that my face isn't in, because you can't see my lips moving, because I didn't actually say it. I hope that makes sense. Also, I know that some of you guys are probably gonna ask, we weren't watching anything on the little screens. We were looking at nothing. And we were just like, wow, oh my gosh, they're so in sync. They're amazing. They're so good. Oh my gosh, you guys, they're amazing. And that's just a trio. We were great. We did fine. I'm being picky and dramatic. But we were like amping up our reactions watching nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. What's so funny too is like dancers watching a video like this would absolutely react this way. Like we would be that big, like, oh, whoa. Like, whoa, you know?
We take a little road trip to Elite, see what they're doing for regionals, and come back and work on ours. Oh, I could... Wait. You weren't thinking you were invited, were you?
Okay, Emily's such a bitch. Like, I'm over it. Okay, no, correct. Let me just rephrase. In that, like, she's so outwardly mean, you know, to everyone, and specifically to her sister, and that no one says anything to defend Riley at all in this moment. I mean, I guess, yeah, Emily is like the queen, and like she calls the shots, and so no one wants to jeopardize their spots. I get that.
I really thought things with Emily would have been better by now. My relationship with Emily is not really gonna heal as fast as I thought it would. So, who's gonna...
I say things the exact same way in all my talking heads. Something.
Okay, James, how about you?
Nah, I'm not interested.
All right.
Aw, he does it for Riley. I know you guys were like, some of you guys were commenting, you were like, oh, why isn't she reacting to the James and Riley moments more? I'm going to. I know, James and Riley is like this big thing, okay? They're the couple of the show. So I'm gonna do my best. Again, it's the same thing because it's me acting. It's hard for me to watch.
Obviously, it's enough for Michelle, so...
No, I'll come.
Really?
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing the competition, right?
I want to go check out Elite's routine because if I spend a little bit more...
Lamar's face. Nice.
I let Michelle come along because I want people to think I'm fair. But I'm not. This isn't a democracy. It's an Emilyocracy.
That line is pretty iconic. This isn't a democracy. It's an Emilyocracy. That's awful. That's like the worst thing to say. Imagine using your name and like combining it with a word. I don't like that.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? So mousy. What are you doing? What are you even doing?
I know he's gonna hold this against me, but it has to be done.
Hold this against you. What is he gonna do? That's another thing too. There's never been a predetermined history between these two characters. So in this moment where she comes to him for a favor, I guess because Riley doesn't need anything from anyone, and so her coming to someone for something is a big thing. And again, oh, I really miss this Riley. Like, right? Like her coming to James is such a big thing for her. In that he's like, oh, you want a favor from me? You know, like he's playing around with her because like she can handle doing things on her own. She just like knows how to take care of herself. Or she usually turns to her sister, but also she's just much more independent in this season. And it's like, it's my favorite Riley of all time. I know I've already said this, but like, I don't know. Again? Hasn't happened all day, but then today my toilet flushes on its own. No hauntings yet. I will keep you guys posted with the whole toilet thing.
I'm just a little worried about Michelle.
Why?
I don't really want her to go on the trip with Emily by herself. I mean, her and the e-girls are not really on good terms right now, and I just don't want any trouble.
Okay, so where do I come into this?
Whenever I am listening, I'm like ready to say my next line, you know? I wish I would take a moment to like listen, connect, hear, actually absorb what he's saying, and then give my response like you do in a normal conversation. But it's another thing I don't know yet. I'm just like rushing through the dialogue in my head, or like the beats that I have to hit so that I can get to the next line that I'm trying to say. Oh, I just realized I have something in my teeth. How long was that in there? You guys didn't tell me?
Oh, hey, Daniel.
Giselle's back. Where did she go? She was gone for like, actually no, I know. There was a period because she was still doing the So You Think You Can Dance tour or something. And that's one of the reasons why Giselle doesn't make it into A Troop, because she can't be a part of the story for a period of time. And so she has to just be a part of B Troop. I think that's what it was. I don't really remember. This was quite a while ago.
Here's what I'm gonna do for you. We can split the studio.
Oh, okay, I have back half.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. How are you gonna get to the bathroom through my territory? It's gonna cost you.
I love West so much. Everyone was making fun of me because I kept switching who I love the most. It's because every character has great moments randomly scattered throughout, so I'm gonna change my tune, okay? Just stay with me.
Wait.
Brennan's face.
I mean, maybe not the washroom, but if you want a beverage, I got a water cooler, okay?
Hey.
they do their duet this episode, the like hip hop ballet fusion thing. Excuse me.
So
You dated a girl from Elite.
I did.
Typical James. Is there anywhere in town where he hasn't dated someone?
So the non-PG-13 version of that is there anyone in town he hasn't I can't say that. I thought of it in my head. It was like, yeah, I'll say it. I can't say that. Anytime you hear that We Go music, you're like, some James and same Jiley moment's about to happen.
Thank you. I feel a lot better knowing that James...
What was in that drink? Oh, that's the original shimmy moment. When we did those white wall days, it was just like a white sheet that was put up in our green room. In later seasons, they ended up renting out a white wall studio for a full day, and it was like a huge white wall where they did like the tumbling runs and whatever, and we got to do like single dancing moments. During season 1, we just had like a white piece of paper, really, and we were dancing in front of it in our little rehearsal studio. And so that's where we did those moments, because you can't do much, and we did like this shimmy thing because Amy was like, do the shimmy, and we're like, okay, and like did that, and then they put it in the intro and we were like, oh no. Of course it's just cute and fun and it works perfectly, but like people would have made fun of us so much for that little shimmy moment. Oh my god, I literally dropped into his heart. You could tell he was not expecting me to drop like that, and I just went boom. What is he playing the music off of? Like a little not Walkman. Those like iPod shuffle things. Remember when those were a thing? That's always the worst when you're watching a show and you're like, this wasn't that long ago. But then you see the electronics that they're using, and it changes everything. I bet you some of you people don't even know what an iPod shuffle is. Do you?
After I was nice enough to lend him half the studio, he won't even...
He's just getting up in his face.
West! West, what are you doing?
Wait.
Then he notices the music isn't playing. If one scene describes West perfectly, it's that moment where he's dancing, the music stops, he's still dancing until someone calls his name, and then he's like, what? What happened to the music? Because like, he's just so out of it all the time.
I'm just feeling my groove, you know? Feeling my music.
Dancing isn't about that. It's about practice and precision.
Daniel's a good guy.
That's so, like, Joanne Chapman's, where Brennan and I dance. You can tell that Brennan and I both came from the same studio. You know what I mean? You can kind of tell just based on how we approach, like, answering questions about dance and what's the most important thing about taking class and, like, training and practice and precision. That's what dance is all about. And, like, those are the things that both Riley and Daniel say throughout the season, whereas everyone else kind of says different answers, because we all come from different studios. And it's so interesting to me because, I mean, maybe it's just because I know that we both came from the same dance studio.
Why don't you rehearse in Studio B?
Why don't you go to Studio B?
Why don't you rehearse in Studio
Okay.
B?
Why don't you rehearse in Studio B?
You know what? Can you spell and pass?
IMPASSE.
Good. Because I did not know that.
See, like that talking head of Daniel going was perfect. It's just a little tiny aside moment for the audience. Talking heads are almost like in a play where you like are having a scene and then the character turns to the audience to like fill you in, and then they go back into the scene. And that's why it works so well when like you don't need to repeat the same information to the audience. You just need to like give them something that adds to what just happened. I'm gonna try and redo that. I mean, I'm sitting down, so I can't do it as well as Lamar did, but it's pretty funny.
Right now we're pulling up to Elite and we're all super excited. There's a big tension in the air. This is the first thing we've...
So this location is actually the outside of that school. Remember how I told you we film everything in season 1 inside of an old abandoned school? Well, this is the exterior of that school, and they just like found a side door that looked kind of like a dance studio entrance, and then that's where we would shoot any exterior scenes.
You're about to learn a little lesson.
Did he just shove his shoulder? Daniel is sassy. I love how Daniel is the one character that's like, I'm never about the drama. I want it to be about the work and dance. But he's the most dramatic. Irony in characters is a beautiful thing, and it makes me really happy. And And then this studio space, if I remember correctly, I could be making this up in my head, but it was like a practice studio stage space kind of at York University where we shot regionals. Also, another fun fact, all of these dancers here are dancers from CDC, which is it's called Canadian Dance Company, which is a dance studio in Toronto that my studio used to compete against and that Isaac Lupien, who plays Eldon, danced at because his father, Alec Lupien, is the owner of this studio. Alec Lupien is the like teacher at Elite Studio. So like that's actually Isaac's dad. I hope you were following me there. Oh yes, the only person who didn't dance at CDC with these dancers in real life was Logan, who plays Amanda.
Their legs.
Isaac going, whoa, my dance studio is awesome, because that's his dance studio. You see what I'm saying now?
I'm just surprised at how good they are. They're unreal.
God, all of those dancers are like older now. Like this dancer right here, Devin, this guy right here in the push-up position, he's married. Also, if you're watching this, Devin, congratulations. Oh, that was Young and Dundas. Oh my gosh, look at it with all the people. You go to Young and Dundas now and it's just like ghost town. Or there's people, but everyone's with masks and like trying to avoid everyone like the plague, because kind of is where we're at right now. Sorry, I know I keep bringing it up. Well, let's go back to the escapism, shall we?
I think my choreography is going to be much better than West's.
Daniel is rude. My choreography is gonna be much better than Wes. I know he had to say that, obviously, for the script, but also, Daniel, hello.
Hit me, hit me, hit me.
Get in, Coupe.
Hit me, hit me. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Don't. All right, let's go.
Okay, no. This isn't the dinner table. Get that biscuit foot out of here.
You got served. Biscuits. Oh, that's something that we all say about feet. Like, I'm pretty sure I said that about my feet early in, like, from episode 1, that biscuit feet, it's when your foot isn't fully stretched. It's like this. Like, your toes are stretched, but your ankle isn't stretched. This is a biscuit foot. This is a oh gosh, I have cat hair all over my feet. This is a biscuit foot, and that's a stretched foot. Do you see the difference, children? Dancers, yes? Biscuit, not biscuit. Biscuit, not biscuit. My feet are cramping because I haven't stretched them like that in years.
5, 6, 7, 8. He's like a little ballet student who has absolutely no idea what he's doing.
The way he says that with such pleasure, he's like a little ballet student that has no idea what he's doing. Oh no, it's just kind of creepy. I love it. Brennan. Nice crumping, dude.
Let's go in and shoot a video.
Really?
That way we can take you back to the studio and analyze it.
No, that's such a bad idea.
Yeah.
What if
Why?
we get caught shooting a video?
They do it in all other sports. You'll go? Yeah.
Michelle's just, I'll go. Yeah, me, I'll go. Oh, stupid.
But you know, it's best for the team, and I do want to impress Emily.
So she has a sparkly phone. It's just bedazzled. It's not discreet in any way, shape, or form. She's just like...
Hey, you.
So what's funny too is Logan Fabro and Victoria are the same age and they went to the same high school at this time. So Logan is also 13, or maybe she's a year older than Victoria. I don't remember. Victoria actually messaged me after I posted the first episode of this being like, everyone keeps messaging me and asking if I was really 13 in season 1. So please don't harass Logan now, but yes, she was as young as Victoria was.
The story of our dance is I'm a puppet and West is controlling me. He's the puppet master.
There's always a story to the dances because Amy Wright, the choreographer, is adamant on any kind of dance has to have a story to it. Even if it's something simple or like it's just one tone that you're playing the whole way through, it's still a story that has to be conveyed. It has to be expressed in some way.
Feeling the music and really working out that groove. He really helped me.
Really working out that groove. Oh, that was so cute.
I see that Michelle is standing.
She literally walks in and goes, whoop, and then dips. She's like, we're out.
I don't know how I got into this situation, and I'm so over.
What's always so funny to me too is during these like overlays of where like we're in a talking head and you can hear what we're saying, but the visual is us in the setting. We had to shoot the scene and then give a lot of space before we got into the actual dialogue, or even after the actual dialogue, where we would share looks. And Frank was always, the creator of the show, was always on like his god mic, and he would just be like, okay, now share looks, share looks. Oh, this is terrifying. This is awful. What are we gonna do? Oh no. I guess we'll have to find out after this commercial break. Like, he would say stuff like that while we're in this like moment, and we'd all just be like, like that for like a minute. And you can't break because you don't really have a lot of time to do it again, so it was always quite funny.
Want to cry.
It's the end of the episode. Okay, so this was one of the first episodes we shot, but there's a scene that I'm thinking of that happens right after this episode, in the next episode, that I was thinking about. Doesn't matter. So yeah, not a lot of Riley moments there, but I'm not mad about it. Honestly, I kind of enjoyed this episode more because I wasn't really in it, so I didn't have the opportunity to cringe at my performance. Final thoughts. Now is where Michelle has to try and find a way to get out of it. As we all know, anyone who has seen the show before, Michelle's about to do some sort of performance, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure she auditions, where she's like, I'm here to audition to be a part of Elite. Thank you guys for watching. If you created a super chat, there's still time. I'll give you a couple extra seconds. Do a little super chat or a super sticker. It'll pin your comment, and then I'll comment back if I give myself enough time. I'll wait. Imagine I'm waiting and there's no super chats. Again, you don't have to. I feel bad. You don't have to do super chats, but it is a great way to get your comments seen. For sure seen. Like, it will for sure be seen. I'm gonna do more of these like live streaming things where you'll have the opportunity to do more super chats. Please subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. And thank you for those of you who have already subscribed. Like this video, share it with your friends, because sharing is caring. And you know, we could use a little bit more sharing and caring in this world right now, right? Comment any other videos you would like to see down below. That's the day, bye! Ow! Oh, I stubbed my toe.
Stand up.